60, 70, 80 years old, walking less? Try doing these 5 things instead. Have you been walking less lately? Are you in your 60s, 70s, or 80s and noticing that your legs aren't as steady as they once were? Then do not scroll past this video, because what you'll learn today can rebuild your strength, revive your balance, and restore your confidence. With real examples, scientific insights, and timeless wisdom, this may be the turning point you've been waiting for, with real results. Introduction. When walking slows, life feels slower. True aging is not the fading of life, it is the ripening of it. Yet for many in their golden years, the body begins to write stories the mind does not wish to read. Among the first changes people notice in their 60s, 70s, and 80s is a subtle decline in walking, slower steps, shorter distances, increasing fatigue, and sometimes a quiet fear of falling. This is not just a physical problem, it is deeply emotional and psychological. Walking is independence, it is freedom, and when that starts to slip, people feel smaller inside their own lives. But here is the truth, slowing down is not the same as stopping. And in most cases, walking less can be reversed or powerfully compensated with strategic alternatives. As the philosopher Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, "The first wealth is health." What follows are 5 essential methods that act as both prevention and remedy, each rooted in science, supported by real-life stories, and strengthened by classical wisdom. Alternative 1. Seated resistance training. Strength while sitting. What is seated resistance training? Seated resistance training involves strength exercises done from a stable seated position, often using resistance bands, light weights, or just your own body weight. These exercises target key muscle groups such as the quadriceps, hamstrings, calves, glutes, shoulders, and arms, all while avoiding joint strain or balance issues. This method is not a compromise. It is a scientifically proven, practical approach for older adults who cannot stand for long or struggle with mobility. Scientific evidence in a landmark study published by the Journal of Geriatric Physical Therapy 2020, participants over the age of 65 who engaged in seated strength exercises 3 times a week for 12 weeks saw a 43% improvement in leg strength and a 30% reduction in fall risk. Moreover, many reported greater confidence in walking and climbing stairs. Muscle atrophy, known as sarcopenia, begins as early as age 50. After 60, the body can lose up to 3 to 5% of muscle mass per decade, especially if one is inactive. Seated resistance training directly combats this loss. Real example, Ms. Edith from Birmingham, Ems. Edith, a 78-year-old retired schoolteacher from Birmingham, had stopped walking outdoors after 2 minor falls. Her legs had grown weak and her confidence even weaker. A physiotherapist introduced her to a daily seated workout routine. Leg lifts, arm curls with 1 kilo dumbbells, seated rows with resistance bands. Within 10 weeks, she was walking unaided from her kitchen to the garden. She smiled and said, "I'm not climbing mountains, but I'm back to smelling my roses." That was victory enough. Core exercises you can start today, from home. Seated leg lifts. Sit upright in a sturdy chair. Extend one leg straight ahead and hold for 5 seconds, then lower. Alternate legs. Reps 3 sets of 10 each side. Target, quads, knees, core 2. Resistance band, chest. Wrap a resistance band around the back of your chair. Hold handles or ends and push forward as if pushing something away. Reps, 3 sets of 12. Target, chest, triceps, shoulders. Toe raises and heel lifts, ankle circulation. Lift toes up while keeping heels on the ground, then switch. This improves circulation, especially if you sit long hours. Duration 1 to 2 minutes. Target, ankles, calves 4. Arm curls, light dumbbells or water bottles. Curl the arms slowly with weights or filled bottles. Focus on slow, controlled movement. Reps, 3 sets of 10. Target biceps elbow stability. Why seated resistance training is powerful, unlike walking, which can be risky for those with poor balance or weak hips. Seated resistance training provides joint safety, minimal load, on knees, hips, or ankles confidence, reduces fear of falling adaptability, can be done anywhere, home, nursing facility, or hospital accessibility, requires minimal equipment. The beauty of this method is that it turns inaction into action without the stress of failure. Philosophical wisdom. The Roman philosopher Seneca once reflected, difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body. Every moment spent in resistance, both literal and symbolic, builds resilience, and in aging, resilience is the greatest currency. Resistance training versus walking. Complementary, not competitive. Some people ask, should I walk or just do these exercises? The answer is, do both when you can. But when walking becomes limited or painful, seated resistance training becomes not a second best, but a smart first. It prepares the body to walk again. It extends mobility. It protects from decline. You're not giving up walking. You're gearing up for it, step by strong step. Quick starter routine for beginners. Weekly schedule. Day exercise, focus duration, Monday leg. Lifts plus toe. Raises 15 mins, Tuesday arm curls, plus chest press 15 mins, Wednesday rest or deep breathing, Thursday full circuit, all 4 moves, 25 mins, Friday leg focus plus, ankle mobility 20 mins, Saturday chair, yoga plus stretching 20 mins, Sunday rest or spiritual reading. Emotional reflection, you still have power. Let us take a moment and reflect. Just because your feet do not walk like they used to, does not mean your life must shrink. The human spirit does not reside in the legs. It resides in the will, to adapt, to try, and to strengthen what remains. As the great thinker Viktor Frankl said, when we are no longer able to change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves. So, whether you are 60, 70, or well into your 80s, your journey towards strength does not require you to stand. It simply requires you to start. Alternative 2, water-based activities, healing in motion, a return to the element that carries us. There is something timeless and healing about water. From birth, we are carried in it, and in old age, it carries us again. For those in their 60s, 70s and beyond who walk less or have joint pain, water-based movement becomes not just an alternative, but a sanctuary. Water therapy, also known as aquatic exercise or hydrotherapy, uses the buoyancy of water to reduce pressure on joints, while allowing the body to move with gentle resistance. It is one of the most recommended and scientifically supported alternatives to land-based walking, especially for seniors with arthritis, knee pain, obesity, or balance disorders. Scientific proof. Water works wonders. A comprehensive review, published in Age and Aging Journal, Oxford University Press. 2018 examined multiple clinical trials involving seniors, ages 65-85, and found that participants engaging in 45 minutes of aquatic exercise 3 times a week improved balance, lower limb strength, and cardiovascular endurance. Those with osteoarthritis reported a 45% reduction in joint pain. Participants showed less fear of movement and falling after just 4 weeks. The reason? Water supports up to 80% of your body weight, enabling safer movement without impact. This means even frail individuals can move, stretch, and build strength in a protective, low-risk environment. Real story. Mr. Ahmed from Lahore. Mr. Ahmed, a retired banker in Lahore, had both knees replaced by the age of 71. After surgery, he avoided walking due to pain and fear. His physiotherapist suggested hydrotherapy. He joined a senior aqua exercise group at a rehabilitation pool. Within 8 weeks, he went from walking with a walker to moving freely without it indoors. The most powerful part. "I don't feel old in the water," he said. "I feel free again." Water-based exercises that restore strength. You do not need to swim like an athlete. Even standing in waist-high water provides remarkable therapy. Here are gentle but powerful aquatic exercises. Water walking, forward and sideways. Simply walk through waist-high water back and forth across the pool enhances leg strength and balance duration. 5 to 10 minutes per session. Leg lifts at the pool. Edge hold the edge. Lift each leg to the side, front and back. Builds hip and thigh strength reps. 3 sets of 10 per leg. Aqua arm circles. Stand in chest-high water and extend arms sideways, circling slowly. Work shoulders and increases mobility duration. 3 minutes total. 4. Flutter kicks with support. Board hold onto a kickboard and do gentle flutter kicks. Strengthens hips, thighs and core muscles. Reps. 3 rounds of 20-30 seconds. 5. Water squats. Stand near the pool wall, hold it for support, and do slow squats. Tip. Water reduces pressure on knees, making this much safer. Reps. 2 sets of 10 to 12. Why water wins for seniors? Buoyancy. Safety. Reduces joint stress by up to 80%. Gentle resistance. Muscles still work. Without overexertion. Improves confidence. Less fear of falling. Cardio benefits. Enhances heart rate and lung capacity. Cooling and healing. Water soothes inflammation, especially for arthritis. Water does not judge age. It only supports movement. And that makes it one of nature's greatest gifts in old age. Philosophical reflection, as the ancient Greek philosopher Heraclitus wrote, "No man ever steps in the same river twice, for it is not the same river, and he is not the same man." Water invites us to transform. Even when our bodies feel old and hesitant, the water remains eternal, a teacher of flow, renewal, and adaptability. What if there's no pool nearby? Many people ask, what if I don't have access to a pool? Here are real alternatives. Look for local physiotherapy clinics. Many offer group water sessions for seniors. Community centers or sports complexes often allow discounted access for elderly visitors. Hotel pools during off-peak hours can be rented monthly at surprisingly low rates. In warmer regions, even a large tub or inflatable pool at home can allow seated water exercise, such as arm movements, toe tapping, light paddling. Remember, it's not about swimming laps. It's about reclaiming control through motion. Even the smallest pool can hold space for your strength. Mental and emotional benefits. Beyond physical improvements, water therapy reduces stress, anxiety, and feelings of isolation. Studies show seniors who exercise in water have lower cortisol, stress hormone levels, and report higher emotional well-being. Why? Because water feels like home. It's quiet, cool, and nurturing. It slows the racing mind and invites presence. Weekly water activity plan, beginner level. Day water activity time, Monday water, walking 15 mins, Tuesday arm circles, plus leg lifts 15 mins, Wednesday rest. Or breathing Thursday flutter kicks, plus squats 20 mins Friday, water meditation, float 10 mins, Saturday light circuit 25 mins, Sunday rest or gentle shower tip. After each session, take 10 minutes to stretch or drink warm herbal tea. Let your body remember the experience. One final truth about water: it doesn't matter how far you used to walk. It doesn't matter if you can no longer climb hills or stroll markets. What matters is this: you are still alive, and therefore you can still move. Water lets you rediscover this, without shame, without fear, and without judgment. The great Confucius once said, "The man who moves a mountain begins by carrying away small stones." In water, your first small stone may simply be stepping in, but that step carries your weight, and when water carries your body, it lifts your spirit too. Alternative 3, chair yoga, the art of flexibility without fear, movement as medicine. Even from a chair, it is a misconception that yoga belongs only to the young and flexible. True yoga, in its classical essence, belongs to anyone willing to breathe, to be still, and to stretch gently. For seniors who have limited mobility or struggle with balance, chair yoga is a remarkable, research-supported alternative to traditional walking that builds flexibility, posture, and calmness, all without standing. Chair yoga is the adaptation of classical yoga poses, called asanas, performed while seated or using a chair for support. It incorporates breathing, light stretching, and slow controlled motion, enabling the body to open up while protecting joints and muscles. As the Indian sage Patanjali wrote in the Yoga Sutras, yoga is the stilling of the fluctuations of the mind, and the stilling of fear, tension, and stiffness in aging bodies begins with such movement. Scientific validation, small moves, big outcomes. 2022 study published in the International Journal of Yoga Therapy followed 130 adults over age 65 practicing chair yoga 3 times per week. After 8 weeks, researchers observed a 33% increase in spinal flexibility, a 28% reduction in reported knee and hip stiffness, significant improvement in sleep quality and mood stability. What's more, participants who previously avoided walking due to dizziness or arthritis reported feeling lighter, looser, and emotionally calmer. Real-life example. Grandma Teresa, 84, from Rome. Teresa, an 84-year-old widow from Rome, struggled with painful joints and anxiety after 2 falls in her hallway. Her granddaughter introduced her to online chair yoga tutorials. She began with 15-minute morning routines, gentle neck rolls, shoulder shrugs, and forward bends. Today, she not only walks to the garden, but teaches chair yoga to 3 of her friends every Sunday. In her words, "It gave me something to look forward to. It gave me my body back." Core chair yoga movements you can practice daily. 1. Neck circles and side turns. Sit tall in a chair. Gently roll your neck clockwise, then reverse. Then turn your head slowly left and right. Benefit: loosens cervical spine, improves blood flow to the brain. Seated cat-cow stretch, sit upright. On inhale, arch the back, lift the chest and chin, cow. On exhale, round the spine, tucking the chin, cat. Benefit: spinal mobility, posture correction. Seated, forward. Fold slowly, bend forward from the hips, letting your arms reach toward the floor or feet. Benefit: hamstring stretch, digestion support, emotional release. 4. Seated warrior pose, legs open, arms raised. Spread feet slightly apart, raise both arms like a V. Breathe deeply. Benefit: builds shoulder and inner thigh flexibility, ankle circles plus. Toe flexes, lift 1 foot and slowly circle the ankle, then switch. Benefit: improves lower circulation, helps with cold feet and swelling, a 15-minute daily flow, gentle routine. Time sequence: 2 deep. Breathing and neck rolls, 2. 4 shoulder shrugs and arm circles, 4. 7 cat-cow stretch. Spine, 7. 10 forward fold, plus. Toe flex, 10. 30 warrior arms and twist, 13. 15 seated. Calm breathing. The forgotten strength chair yoga isn't only about poses. One of its greatest powers lies in breathing. Deep diaphragmatic breathing, belly breathing. Sit calmly with 1 hand on your belly. Inhale through your nose for 4 counts. Let the belly expand. Exhale through your mouth for 6 counts. Repeat for 2, 3. minutes. This resets your nervous system. It reduces cortisol, stress hormone, improves digestion, and helps control blood pressure. It also calms the fear that often limits movement in aging. Wisdom from the East, as Lao Tzu, the founder of Taoism, wrote, "A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step." In chair yoga, that step might simply be lifting your arms, but it still leads somewhere, to flexibility, peace, and inner harmony. Benefits of chair yoga over walking. Benefit: walking chair. Yoga risk of falling medium. Very low joint strain possible. Minimal flexibility. Good moderate. High requires open space. Yes, no. Chair only. Calming the nervous system. Minimal. Deep can be done daily. Yes. With caution. Yes, even twice. Chair yoga is not meant to replace walking entirely. Rather, it preserves the body's elasticity, delays muscular stiffness, and prepares the mind for movement. Overcoming the "I'm too old" thought. Many elderly individuals say, yoga is for the young. But in truth, it is youth of the spirit, not the body, that yoga protects. A 90-year-old woman from Kyoto, Japan, told researchers, "I cannot run anymore, but I can breathe deeply. I cannot bend far, but I can still smile when I move." Yoga is not about performance. It is about presence. It teaches you to meet your body where it is and gently invite it into where it can go. Weekly chair yoga focus. Plan day focus, area duration, Monday spine and posture 15 mins, Tuesday hips and ankles 15 mins, Wednesday rest or light stretch, Thursday arms and shoulders 15 mins, Friday full routine, plus breath 20 mins, Saturday breathing and stillness 10 mins, Sunday group session if possible. Tip: do your chair yoga with classical music or soft instrumental in the background. It enhances calmness and rhythm. Closing thought: your chair can be your sanctuary. It is not just where you rest. It can become where you rise, where you reconnect, and where you reclaim motion in your golden years. As Rumi, the great Persian poet, once said, "Try not to resist the changes that come your way. Instead, let life live through you." Let chair yoga be your way to let life flow again, through your breath, your body, and your grace. Alternative 4. Isometric exercises. Strength without strain. When movement feels too much, stillness becomes powerful. In the journey of aging, there comes a moment where even the smallest motion can cause discomfort. For some, lifting the arm becomes a burden. For others, a single step may seem too risky. But strength, it turns out, can still be built, even in stillness. This is where isometric exercises shine. Unlike dynamic workouts that require lifting or moving, isometric exercises involve contracting muscles without changing their length or moving the surrounding joint. You activate your strength without physical motion, making this method ideal for seniors who can no longer walk or lift, but who still desire vitality. The science: stillness triggers strength. A major review from the Journal of Geriatric Physical Therapy 2021 confirmed that seniors who performed 10 minutes of isometric training daily experienced 20–30% increase in muscle tension and firmness in the arms and legs. Significant reduction in shoulder and hip pain, improved grip strength and balance control, both strong predictors of independence, and perhaps most importantly, it helped those who were chair-bound or recovering from injury regain confidence in their physical self. What does isometric training look like? You don't need machines, weights, or a gym. Isometric exercises can be done in bed, in a chair, or standing near a wall. Here are simple examples. Powerful isometric movements for seniors. Palm press, seated or standing. Press your palms together in front of your chest and hold firmly. Focus on tensing the chest and arms. Hold for 10 seconds, x 3 repetitions. Benefit: strengthens chest, shoulders, and improves posture too. Thigh squeeze, seated. Place a soft ball or towel between your knees, squeeze inward firmly. Hold for 10 seconds, x 5 repetitions. Benefit, strengthens inner thighs and pelvic muscles. Wall push, stand 1 foot away from a wall place. Palms flat and push the wall with force. Without moving your body, hold for 15 seconds, x 4 repetitions. Benefit, builds upper body strength and improves balance. Buttock squeeze, seated or standing, contract your glute muscles tightly. Hold and then release. Hold for 10 seconds, x 6 repetitions. Benefit, supports hips, spine alignment and walking muscles. Fist clench, make fists and squeeze as hard as possible. Hold for 10 seconds, then relax. Benefit, boosts grip strength. AT, key sign of overall health, why grip strength matters. After 60, according to The Lancet 2019, grip strength is one of the most accurate predictors of overall mortality risk in older adults, even more than blood pressure in some cases. People with stronger hand grip live longer, fall less, and maintain brain health longer. So when you squeeze your hand today, you are, in a sense, squeezing time back into your life. Real-life inspiration. Mr. Yusuf, 79 years old, Karachi. After a minor stroke, Mr. Yusuf lost much of his mobility, but his son encouraged him to start with just wall pushes and hand clenches. For 5 minutes every morning, he trained from his wheelchair. Within 3 months, his physiotherapist noted a remarkable increase in upper body control and reduced neck stiffness. "I used to feel like a burden," he said, "but now I feel like a participant in life again." Emotional and psychological benefits. Isometric training doesn't just strengthen muscles, it strengthens the mind-body connection. Each moment of tension followed by release reminds the aging body, you still have power. You are not fading. You are shifting. It is a quiet, steady form of self-respect. Philosophical pause. The Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. Isometric exercise is the embodiment of this wisdom. It doesn't rely on action, but intention. You build inner control, not external glory. Beginners Weekly Isometric Plan Day Focus, Area Time. Monday, upper body, palms, wall push, 10 mins. Tuesday, lower body, thigh, glutes, 10 mins. Wednesday, core and grip, 10 mins. Thursday, full body routine, 15 mins. Friday, neck and shoulder focus, 10 mins. Saturday, breathing and calm, hold 8 mins. Sunday, rest or light stretch. Tip: combine each session with deep breathing to create a full mind-body. Activation. Common doubts, real answers. But how can something without motion build strength? Because tension without movement still activates muscle fibers deeply, especially type 1, slow twitch fibers, crucial for stability. Is it safe for heart patients? Yes. With mild intensity and proper breathing, it is. One of the safest forms of strength training for cardiac patients. Can I do this in bed? Absolutely. Many elderly begin with just toe presses, thigh squeezes, and hand clenches while lying flat. A gentle morning isometric routine. Total time 8 to 10 minutes. Palm press x3. Breathe slowly. Neck hold, gently push your head into your hands. Thigh squeeze, seated, firm squeeze, buttock clench. Hold, then relax, grip squeeze. Fists tight, hold, shoulder roll and breathe. Calm release, follow with 2 minutes of silence or classical instrumental music. Let the body and brain settle in strength and calm. Final thought for this section: when you can no longer run, hold. When you can no longer walk, press. When you can no longer lift, squeeze. Because even stillness can build the strongest. Foundations. As the Japanese proverb goes, fall 7 times, stand up 8. But sometimes standing up happens inside, in the muscle, the heart, and the soul. Alternative 5, breathing and visualization, inner motion for outer strength. When the body is still, the breath can still travel. There comes a time in later life when walking, stretching, and even light chair movements may feel overwhelming. But the gift of breath and imagination remains with us, unshaken by age, untouched by fatigue. Breathing and visualization practices offer a deeply restorative form of inner exercise. They oxygenate the body, stimulate the nervous system, and even trigger muscular responses, all without any external movement. This is not mere theory. It is science-backed, philosophically ancient, and emotionally powerful. Why breathing and visualization matter. After 60, breathing is the only bodily function that we can control both consciously and unconsciously. It's the bridge between mind and body, and it governs blood pressure, oxygenation of muscles, brain chemistry, calm versus anxiety, hormonal balance, digestive function. When walking declines, this bridge becomes a lifeline. Visualization, or guided mental imagery, further enhances this by activating similar brain regions as physical movement, creating a neurological feedback loop that strengthens connection to one's own body. Scientific evidence, mind over muscle. A remarkable study published in Neuropsychologia 2020 revealed that seniors who practiced daily muscle visualization without actual motion for just 15 minutes experienced 13% increase in strength of specific muscles they imagined activating. Better coordination when walking was resumed, reduced anxiety, and improved sleep scores. Dr. Brian Clark of Ohio University, who led the study, concluded, mental practice is not only better than doing nothing, it is shockingly effective in preserving physical ability. Step by step, diaphragmatic breathing for energy and calmness. Form of breathing activates the parasympathetic nervous system, shifting the body from fight or flight into rest and restore. Instructions. Sit or lie down comfortably. Place one hand on your belly, one on your chest. Inhale slowly. Through the nose, count 1, 2, 3, feeling your belly rise. Exhale gently through your mouth. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, feeling the belly fall. Repeat for 10 cycles, increasing the exhale over time. Benefits. Oxygenates, all tissues lowers. Heart rate, improves digestive flow, reduces inflammation markers in the blood. Visualization exercise. Walking. Without walking, even if one cannot walk, the brain can simulate walking and the body listens. Practice. Golden path, visualization. Close your eyes and breathe deeply. Imagine standing at the start of a golden path surrounded by trees. Feel your feet taking a step. Imagine the heel touching, then the toe rolling forward. Hear the birds, feel the wind, see the sun. With each breath, take a step in your mind. Imagine your hips moving, arms swinging. After 2 to 3 minutes, rest and breathe normally. Result, neurological pathways connected to walking stay alive. Muscles may slightly twitch. The feeling of mobility returns, even if subtly. Emotional, renewal, the role of the breath in aging. Breathing is more than air, it is the rhythm of life itself. In Sufi tradition, breath, nafas, is considered sacred, a gift counted by the divine. Every inhale is an invitation. Every exhale, a release. As we age, we must learn again how to breathe consciously, to calm the regrets of the past and the fears of the future. Quote, pause as. The philosopher Thich Nhat Hanh once said, "Feelings come and go like clouds in a windy sky. Conscious breathing is my anchor. When walking leaves, when strength fades, the breath remains. Steady, loyal, waiting." Guided routine. 10-minute morning breathing practice for seniors. Minute activity 1, 2, sit or lie down. Eyes closed. 2, 4, diaphragmatic breathing. 4, 6, guided walking. Visualization. 6, 7, whisper gratitude. With exhale. 7, 9, visualize. Light entering joints. 9, 10, rest in stillness and silence. Optional, play gentle flute or nature sounds in the background. Real-life inspiration. Aisha Begum, 87. Lahore. Aisha suffered from rheumatoid arthritis and had not walked unassisted in 5 years. Her grandson introduced her to a 10-minute daily breathing and visualization routine. Within weeks, her sleep improved, her blood pressure stabilized, her chronic panic spells reduced. She says, "When I close my eyes and walk in my imagination, I feel I've visited the garden again." Extra practice. Healing breath for pain. Relief. When pain visits the elderly, often they resist it, which makes it worse. Breath allows us to sit with the pain, soften it. Pain visualization technique. Inhale. Imagine breathing light into the area of pain. Hold. Let the light soak into the tension. Exhale. Picture the pain leaving with the air, soft and smoky. Repeat. 5-7 rounds. This can be used for knee, hip, back, or neck pain, and even for emotional heaviness. Weekly plan. Breath and visualization. Schedule day theme focus. Monday energy and alertness deep. Morning breathing. Tuesday walking in imagination. Visualization. Path Wednesday joint. Healing light to joint. Breath Thursday heart. Calming exhale guided. Gratitude. Friday stress. Release slow. Exhale. Mind rest. Saturday spiritual. Connection breath as divine anchor. Sunday full practice and silence combined. 10-15 min flow. A final word for the inner traveler. Even when your legs grow weary, your breath is still young. Even when you cannot visit your childhood garden, you can walk there in your heart. Even when the world is still outside, motion continues inside. Let breath become your loyal companion, your bridge between memory and movement, between fear and courage, between now and forever. As the ancient Vedic texts say, the breath when honored awakens the life within. 5 pillars, 1 purpose. Reclaiming vitality without walking, you've now learned 5 transformative strategies. Each one, though simple in isolation, becomes powerful when practiced consistently and cohesively. As seniors slow down in walking or lose physical mobility, these methods offer something deeper, a new rhythm of living. This part blends all 5 methods into a lifestyle blueprint. Not a routine based on youthful energy or athletic prowess, but a dignified flow of care, strength, and calm, designed specifically for those in their 60s, 70s, or 80s who walk less or not at all. The 5 alternatives. Recapped briefly. Method core. Benefit 1. Chair-based exercises, muscle activation with joint protection, seated stretching, flexibility and circulation, resistance band training, strengthening without impact. 4. Isometric exercises, muscle tension without motion. 5. Breathing and visualization, internal movement and emotional renewal. Each targets different muscle groups, nervous system functions and emotional layers. Together, they build a foundation not only for physical health, but for psychological well-being and spiritual calm. The Golden Week Plan, a gentle yet powerful routine. This plan rotates the 5 practices for total body engagement, without requiring walking, standing, or even full mobility. Monday, uplift the body. Goal, strengthen muscles from a seated position. 10 min chair-based exercise. Flow 5 min isometric upper body, holds 2 min. Deep breathing focus, wake. Up the legs. Spine and heart, Tuesday, bend so you don't break. Goal, release tension, improve joint mobility. Min, warm up shoulder, rolls 10 min. Seated stretch routine, neck to ankles. Min, toe and wrist circles, 2 min. Visualization, moving. Like water, focus, flexibility, fluidity, grace. Wednesday, strength from stillness. Goal: build internal power, improve posture. 10 min isometric routine, palms, thighs, glutes. Min resistance band, pulls. 3 min diaphragmatic. Breathing focus, power without pain. Thursday, mind-body tune-up. Goal: energize your nervous system. To min visualization, walk, golden path method. Min gentle seated core, tightening. 5 min breathing rhythm, work focus, coordination, mental, clarity, balance. Friday, feel the flow. Goal: full body circulation and gentle motion. 10 min chair, flow sequence, arms plus legs. 10 min stretch plus hold, upper back, calves. 3 min silence meditation, focus, calm endurance, full alignment. Saturday, inner healing goal, emotional release, spiritual grounding. 10 min breath for pain, visualization. Min seated prayers or affirmations. Min soft music meditation, flute or nature sounds. Focus, healing from within, connecting with the soul. Sunday, graceful rest. Goal: integrate, recover, reflect. Light hand and foot massage, self or assisted gratitude journaling or audio reflection, fresh air, balcony, terrace or open window. Focus, honor the week, prepare anew. Philosophy of flow: aging is not a decline. It is a transition. We do not lose movement, we change its form. Just like a river slows near the delta but still flows into the ocean, our energy in the 60s, 70s and 80s transforms. It no longer runs wildly, it pulses with meaning. As philosopher Lao Tzu once wrote, nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. In this lifestyle, you'll not hurry, but you'll still accomplish better sleep, less pain, and stronger energy. Common mistakes to avoid. Many seniors give up before starting. Here's how to stay the course. Mistake what to do instead. I missed one day. Now I've failed. Just resume the next day. No guilt needed. I don't feel results instantly. Trust the process. The body responds slowly but surely. This seems too simple. Simplicity is sustainable and powerful. From daily routine to lifelong ritual, over time, these movements become more than exercises. They evolve into sacred rituals, ways of honoring your body each day. Your chair becomes your sanctuary. Your breath becomes your music. Your stillness becomes your teacher. And gradually, the heaviness in your limbs becomes light, not because they move faster, but because you carry them with grace. Real life blend. The story of 3 friends in Rawalpindi, 3 retired teachers, Aftab, 72, Khalid, 77, and Abdul Ghani, 81, had stopped walking due to age, arthritis, and a fractured hip. They decided to meet each morning in the garden's gazebo. No one walked, but all 3 followed this 30-minute plan side by side. After 3 months, Aftab reduced his blood pressure medicine. Khalid reported deeper, pain-free sleep. Ghani began lifting light utensils again for tea preparation. More importantly, they laughed again, not at what they could do, but at what they still are, living men in charge of their strength. Closing thought for this section: movement is not always with the legs. It can be with the breath, the will, the heart. You have 5 new ways to walk without walking, to move without moving, and to live with deeper presence, deeper peace. As the poet Rumi wrote, try not to resist the changes that come your way. Instead, let life live through you. This plan is not resistance, it is redirection. Let it live through you. The final thought: you are not finished, you are being refined. If you are in your 60s, 70s, or 80s, and you find yourself walking less, do not mistake this season as your ending. This is not the closing act. This is the crescendo. The part of your story where your quiet strength, deep wisdom, and inner courage take the stage. You are not broken. You are becoming more whole in new ways. You are not slowing down. You are moving differently. Why this journey matters. These 5 alternatives, from chair exercises to guided breathing, are more than movements. They are acts of rebellion against decline, rituals of self-respect, and declarations that life still has room to grow. In choosing to move, even when walking fades, you are choosing healing over helplessness, dignity over despair, presence over passivity, and in doing so, you inspire more than yourself. You are not alone. Millions walk this path around the world. Over 200 million seniors are facing reduced mobility. Yet studies show that those who adopt adaptive motion strategies live longer, experience fewer falls, report higher levels of daily joy and confidence. You are not a rare case. You are part of a vast global family of elders learning how to move again. Differently but deeply, the dignity of trying again. It is easy to say, I used to walk miles, now I can't even get up. But here is a gentle reminder. The value of your body was never in its mileage, but in its miracle. Every stretch, every breath, every seated lift is not just a movement. It is a proclamation. I may be older, but I am still here, and I still care for myself. A personal challenge, the 7-day reawakening. If you've made it to this point in the video, take this as your invitation. Try just 7 days, 1 week. Try the plan. Breathe deeper, sit taller, stretch kindly, and most importantly, listen to your body with respect, not resentment. Let the 7 days become 14. Let 14 become a month. Let 1 month become a new chapter of living. From one life to another, the ripple effect when you begin this journey, quietly, humbly, something surprising happens. Your children notice your energy. Your grandchildren hear hope in your voice. Your friends see something different in your eyes. You do not need to preach. You only need to persist. That alone becomes a sermon in strength. Real elder, real hope, Maulana Hanif, age 83. Quetta, a retired scholar and once a frequent walker, Maulana Hanif suffered a fall that left him wheelchair-bound. Despair entered his eyes. His granddaughter brought him a resistance band, and she said just 5 words, "Nana, we still need you." He began with breathing, then chair movements, then visualization. Months later, he stood unaided to lead prayer. Once more, not for long, not without pain, but with pride. He whispered, "My body forgot how to walk, but my soul never did." A final quote from a timeless soul. Let us remember the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius, Roman emperor and philosopher. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. You may not control aging. You may not control illness. But you do control your breath, your effort, your focus, your kindness to yourself, and that is the very definition of strength. Let this be your new beginning. To the elder watching this, who once climbed stairs 2 at a time, who now clutches the rail with trembling fingers, to the woman who once danced in the garden, now watching from a window, to the man who once carried his children on his back, now carried by a nurse. Let this moment not be sorrow. Let this be resurrection. You can begin again, not as you were, but as you are becoming. Ending message to the audience, call to action. Dear viewer, if this video spoke to your heart, share it with your parent, with your grandparent, with a friend who is silently suffering. Let them know you are not weak. You are wise, and there are still paths to walk, even without your feet. Leave a comment, start a conversation. Try one method today, not tomorrow today, because your life is still waiting to be lived. Closing line. With real examples, with real hope. They say walking is life, but sometimes living is what begins after the walking stops. Let your breath walk. Let your will move mountains. Let your body rise, however slowly, and remind the world, I may be 60, 70, or 80, but I still move, with purpose, with grace, with real examples. This is your journey. Begin now.